It's been a couple days, about 3 days, 4 days since the death of Chester Bennington. And I noticed a lot of things that has been popping up on social media. One particular thing, and when a famous person commits suicide, a lot of people all of a sudden want to bring up this depression awareness type thing. A lot of people would post up their phone numbers or post up the suicide hotline phone numbers and say, if you ever need help, you need to call, or like, I'm always here for you, or something like that. Like they make it like a public thing. You know what I'm saying? And the point I want to try and make is, people don't understand what depression really is. When you are truly depressed, it is a constant war in your head. Self-esteem, insecurities, everything spikes like times 10. And these feelings constantly attack your very being, like of who you are. You start questioning your own actions. You start questioning exactly who you are, even if you even are important. You start questioning the people around you. You start getting a lot more suspicious. Your anxiety spikes through the roof. You don't believe anybody. Your trust issues multiplies. And it just becomes a world of darkness. Depression is not just a sad state. It's not just being sad. Because sad is just being sad. Sad and depression are two completely different things. It's not just someone who's sad. Someone can appear very happy and still be very depressed. You know? But the one thing I want people to know is, it's cool that, you post these suicide hotlines, and if you're going through something, speak out. Don't just sit there. You know what I'm saying? Here's my phone number. Call me if you ever need someone to talk to. That's cool that people do that. It really is. But it's not really fixing the problem. It really isn't. You gotta want to pay attention and open your eyes more, a little bit more, to the people around you, to the people that you care for. Pay attention to their actions, what they do. What's their livelihood, and their daily regimen. It's something like, trust me, when someone is truly depressed, it affects their entire life. It affects everything. It's not just the mental state, it affects their whole life. The way they walk, the way they talk, the way they eat, the way they sleep, the way they respond to certain things. Depression is something that's completely different than just being sad. You notice someone that is antisocial, who just doesn't want to be around people. We look at that as, oh, that's just how they are. That's just the way they want to be. I don't believe that. I believe that they're in a dark place to where they just don't trust people. They don't trust people. And it's in a depressed mind state. Mindset. I don't I don't know. the mindset. I would say mindset, whatever. I mean, you gotta get it, but a depressed person is not going to just say, hey, I have a problem. Because a lot of the times, almost all the time, it makes us feel weak. It makes us feel exposed. It makes us like we don't I don't know. Like, being depressed also makes us prideful too. Because the world tells us that everybody goes through something. You need to buck up. What are you being sad for? People go through worse things. What are you being sad for? Right? We hear that a lot. So when we have our loved ones and our peers and the people that we respect keep telling you, we tell ourselves that. We tell ourselves that, hey, well, someone else is going through something even worse than me. Why should I feel sad? Right? It's like a quick pick-me-up. But it doesn't really solve the problem. It doesn't really solve the problem. It's honestly just putting on a mask. Saying, you know what? Someone else is going through something a little different. Okay. I'm going through them in my daily life. That's basically what it is. It's an excuse. It's an excuse to just ignore the problem that's really going on inside your head, inside your heart. It's... I mean, you just really think about it. Just really think about it. You know, like, for me personally, you know, if I have a problem, I'm not just gonna, if I'm depressed, I'm not just gonna go and tell somebody, hey, I'm depressed. Because what can they really do for me? That's my mindset. What can they really do for me? I would feel like I'm a lost cause. There's no point. You know what I'm saying? Like, what importance do I have as far as one in over 7 billion people? If my life ended, what would that do? You see what I'm saying? It's a constant... You're trying to bring yourself up, but depression keeps hitting you back down. You can bring up all the evidence and everything to bring you up and everything. You can say, oh, these people love me. Oh, this and this and that. I have everything going for me. And depression will still keep pushing it back down. That's what it is. It's just a mental health issue. And it's not cured just by simply getting over it. You know, some people can overcome this. Some people can't. Just like Chester. Dude had basically everything. This guy's rich. Had all the money in the world. Changed people's lives just with his music. Been all over the world. Had a big family. All the friends and everything. All the support and love, man. Even though he had a lot of flack because of his new the new albums, because it was so different from like Hybrid Theory and something like that. I mean, yeah, it was fucked up. What a lot of people did, but still, though, he had a lot. Yet he was still battling with depression. You know, putting into account that he did have a rough childhood, you know, but still, like, dude did the ultimate pick-me-up and seriously got everything that he can ever dream for. And still wanted to kill himself. That's how strong depression is. If I can come up with some sort of solution to help people with depression, is just simply just be there for your fellow people. If you haven't hit someone up in a long time, like let's say you haven't hit, you had a best friend back in high school. I mean, if you're like in your 50s or whatever, you don't probably have to do this. It's like 30 something years ago. I don't know. But it's like, but still, if it's like a couple years you haven't hit up this person, and it's like, man, I really miss this person, man, you know, hit him up. A simple hello, hey man, how's it been? man, I miss you, dude. Like, let's hang out or something like that. And then actually get together and follow through with that plan, man. And that can help out a lot. That can help out a lot. Supporting somebody too, man. Like, showing that you, like, emotionally support this person. Like, you see someone struggling, you see someone trying to pursue a certain dream. Saying, yo, I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I see what you're doing. Something as simple as that can really put up someone's self-esteem exponentially. Seriously, something as simple as that. Hanging out with someone who's antisocial, man. Like, showing someone that, dude, your presence matters. Like, hey, like, you're a person too. You're important too, man. Let's go and hang out, man. Let's do something. Play video games or something, man. Like, show a person that they matter, basically. I'm only speaking as far as, like, I don't know what I would do, because I always try and put myself in someone else's shoes. That's how I feel like the best understanding that you could possibly have is to try and put yourself in someone else's shoes. Depression isn't a game. It really isn't. And it isn't something that you can just blow off. It isn't something that you can just put a mask over. It's not going to fix the problem. I feel like what really fixes the problem is being there for your fellow man. Being there for your loved ones, for your friends. Even that random dude fucking across the street. I don't know. But dude, like, that's the best thing I can possibly come up with.